the land acknowledgement. Steph?
Today, on Orange Shirt Day, we honor the memory of Indigenous children who never return home from residential schools and hold in our hearts their survivors, their families, and communities. We acknowledge that Windsor stands on the traditional territory of the Anishinaabe peoples of the Three Fires Confederacy, the Ojibwe, the Adawa, and Potawatomi. We recognize the ongoing presence of First Nations, Métis, and Inuit peoples on these lands, and we commit ourselves to truth, reconciliation, and healing.
Thanks, Steph. Good evening. My name is Kevin Hamlin, head coach of the University of Windsor men's hockey team. It's my pleasure to introduce our team tonight and continue our tradition of Legacy Night. I want to recognize several friends of our program that are not here tonight, but are most certainly watching from home. Stuart Timzik from Dynamix has been a major contributor to our program over the years and an excellent supporter. Jim and Angus Watt have been gracious in their support, and we thank them for believing in our mission, and we thank them for all their support. All the great people at Local 444, thank you for all you do for Lancer hockey. You are helping to change the lives of these young men, and we are grateful for your generosity. I would also like to welcome the many alumni, friends, family, and friends that may be joining us coast to coast this evening through our live feed on We Digital YouTube channel. Also, we send our warmest greetings to all of the alumni and friends of Lancer Men's Hockey who may be watching on the YouTube We Digital channel. Before we introduce the players and staff, I want to recognize the Dean of Human Kinesiology, Dr. Linda Rohr, and our Athletic Director, Stephanie White. The support our program receives from administration is unparalleled, as seen each week at our games, at functions such as this, and the day-to-day support we receive is truly appreciated. Thank you for your attendance and all you continue to do for Lancer hockey. Cintas is a major sponsor of our men's hockey team. We are proud of our relationship with them, and this year, former Lancer Jake Durham is present on behalf of Cintas and would like to say a few words. Jake?
Thank you, Hammer. For those of you who don't know, my name is Jake Durham. I played for the Lancers 2 years ago. This program means a lot to me, and I was very excited when Cintas had the opportunity to sponsor the team this year, the warm-up jerseys, and giving money, because I know the money goes a long way for the team, and the operations daily, as Kevin goes on about, and just a great opportunity. I would love to show everyone the program. It's a great program. It's here in Windsor. I would love to have everybody in, show them the plant, give them a walk around. It's a great opportunity, and I can't thank everybody enough for having me here tonight. It's great, so thank you.
Thanks, Jake. Legacy Night. A way to welcome new Lancers, celebrate our alumni, highlight many key initiatives planned for the year, and finally to thank key contributors to our program. For if it were not for their active participation, our program would look very different. An important feature of this evening is to hear a Lancer hockey alumni, and I'm confident once you hear from our guest, you will get a lived perspective of what it means to be a Lancer. Our mission is to create an environment where our players can exceed the expected, both on and off the ice. Our student experience is the finest in the country. Our ultimate goal is to win a national championship, but most importantly, it is to do our part in developing championship people along the way. So what does that mean? Create an environment where players can exceed the expected both on and off the ice. And what is the player's responsibility in this? What are the expectations placed on the student athlete? We ask these young men to be respectful, proud yet humble, and to embrace and nurture a culture that is built on hard work and relentless determination. Be good stewards, meaning leave this program better than you found it. Contribute to the life of the school, the team, and be a good person in the process. The academic piece to our program is vital. An academic All-Canadian is a student athlete who achieves an overall grade average of 80% or higher. We have 9 such players from last year's team. Kyle Metzen, Nick Sova, Steph Dobridge, Aaron Sherratt, Will Ennis, David Jesus, Kirk Mullen, Ray Hamlin, and Ty Tays. Through the efforts of advisor Chris O'Gorman, our Lancer men's team have guidance when selecting all courses. Tutors are provided for when needed, and Bill Valacourt, who works for the Faculty of Education, provides in-house assistance when needed. Study rooms are provided when we travel to ensure a quiet space when our players need to work. The school community of professors have been extremely supportive and provide academic accommodations when there are conflicts with exams and games. When there are conflicts between exams and practice or games, a player is never made to feel awkward for missing hockey. After all, he is a student first, and it's essential that our players understand that excelling in the classroom is a commitment he makes to his teammates when he decides to attend our school. Exceed the expected on the ice. The OUA is considered by many the most competitive youth sports league in the country. The parity is real, as last season we had 17 of our 28 games decided by 1 goal. With the youngest team in the country, our 2024-25 team finished 1 point out of first place. This challenges coaches and players alike to be at their best for every game, and simply put, makes you better. Our program has made the postseason in 16 consecutive years. This is truly remarkable, as we know that if you're in the postseason, you give yourself a fighting chance every year to win your last game. In the past decade, only 1 team in our conference has won more games than our Lancers men's hockey team. We have been to the national tournament 3 times in the last 12 years. Only 1 team will win the national championship this year. We'll do whatever we can to ensure we are in the hunt. There are very few guarantees I can stand here today and guarantee winning our last game. But here's what I can guarantee. We'll make the University of Windsor proud of our efforts both on and off the ice in the process. We'll be relentless in our pursuit of excellence. We will develop championship people along the way, and in turn, it will further develop a culture that we know is healthy for the school and, of course, for every student. An incredible student experience at Windsor is unique. What does this look like today? When junior players arrive at the University of Windsor, typically they come from high-profile programs whose owners, frankly put, have deep pockets. It's impossible for a youth sport program to keep pace with that. We do our best to make sure our players have everything they need to reach their goals and that of the team. There's a planned and focused fundraising campaign each year to address this and make sure our guys are well taken care of. Our philosophy is quite simple. Recruit good people who are talented hockey players that are selfless yet driven student athletes who will buy into our culture. There may be programs that have bigger names than we do, perhaps more elaborate arena facilities. But this alone won't guarantee national championships either. I can stand here tonight and tell you that all the things that we do better than other programs. I will objectively compare every aspect of our program to the elite schools in this country all day long and feel comfortable in the knowledge that we are providing our players with all the things they need to exceed the expected. There isn't a program whose players will be more prepared than ours. There isn't a program whose players will outcompete or outwork this one. Just won't happen. So, you ask, why are our graduates so successful in industry or the professional hockey route? I think the answer is quite simple. They are familiar with the earn what you get environment and a humble yet relentless pursuit of their goals make them a more complete prospect for any company or team. This is what our student experience looks like. Student experience is more than just hockey. It's the classroom, or it's outside of hockey. The University of Windsor is the only school in the country that has 4 professional teams within 20 minutes of its campus. Our players take advantage of that by going to games, game day skates, concerts, and team outings that are most memorable. Our close proximity to major U.S. schools allows us to put them on our schedule every year. A long-standing tradition here at Windsor is to play elite U.S. schools. We play Michigan State University on Friday and Bowling Green on October 17th. We have played schools from across North America, from Alaska to Harvard, and too many others to mention. Our Lancer Hockey Alumni and Friends Golf Tournament is an important piece to our alumni puzzle. This year's tournament was a success at Ambassador Golf and Country Club, and they did not disappoint those who attended, making that, I feel, the finest golf course in the area to host our event. Being active with our program and Lancers from all generations are invited to celebrate our current team and engage in discussions on how we can further develop our relationship with our alumni. I communicate with our alumni and friends in a newsletter that updates everyone on upcoming events. If you are at home and would like to get on our email list, please contact me and I'll add you to this monthly newsletter. 14 years ago, we began LAB, Lancers Against Bullying. It's a PowerPoint initiative. It's revised annually and is intended to complement the strategies that schools currently must deal with one of the most important issues in our schools today, and that's bullying. When our student athletes deliver this message, it seems to resonate at a very different level. We ask our players to go into the schools twice per year. Many are more active than that. Our second presentation is Lancers Shut Out Domestic Violence. This important presentation exposes the audience to how to define domestic violence and strategies are considered to prevent, intervene, and follow up if there are any signs of domestic violence. This presentation was developed with the help of the people at the Hiatus House, an organization designed to create strategies around ending violence against women and their children in Windsor, Essex County. Our third initiative is Skate Against Hate. Our current world is a constant reminder that unfortunately hate is alive and well, and too often it negatively impacts those marginalized groups. Our Lancer men's hockey program will always strive to do our best in the community to counter these issues. These presentations begin in November and typically won't end until we are done school in April. Student experience doesn't always have to be prompted by our team. It happens organically at Windsor, and whether you are a sport enthusiast, love the arts, or want to see your favorite band, the Windsor-Detroit area is simply the best. I would be remiss if I didn't let people out there know that our program is excited to be moving back to 80 Knox Herman Arena. The partnership between the City of Windsor and the University will transform the current rink, and our facilities will be the envy of every school. The 2025-26 season will be our final season at the Capri Recreation Center, a place that has been the home of our most recent success. We're looking forward to adding that tradition to this year and having a new start at 80 Knox in 2026. And now I would like to introduce or have Tim Finley, our assistant coach, come up and introduce the players. I would ask the players to come up front, please.
Thanks, Kevin. I'll get going. Really proud to be able to present the 25-26 Lancers men's hockey team this year. I'm just going to go through the names. So we have Steph Dobrich from Amherstburg, Ontario in business. Emerson Miller, Mississauga, Ontario, business. Sam Grabner, Ottawa, Ontario, business. Johnny Ulichny, Windsor, Ontario, sports management. Jacob Boucher, Legal, Alberta, business. Aaron Shaw, Windsor, Ontario, liberal arts. Tylen Hilbig, Kinderlee, Saskatchewan, business. Ray Hamlin, Windsor, Ontario, business. Caden Faust, Windsor, Ontario, business. Brad Fraser, Iqaluit, Nunavut, liberal arts. Did I say that right? Keegan McMullen, Cambridge, Ontario, environmental studies. Dylan Shivs, Tilbury, Ontario, business. Sal Calora, Woodinville, Washington, sports management. Kirk Mullen, Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan, business. Logan Linklater, Kindersley, Saskatchewan, business. Matt McNamara, Peterborough, Ontario, sports management. Noah Jabo, St. Thomas, business. Ty Tabes, Grand Prairie, Alberta, business. Frank Jenkins, Fraser, Michigan, sports management. Nick Sova, Windsor, Ontario, business. Dominic Mufara, Livonia, Michigan, business. Owen Jones, Canmore, Alberta, liberal arts. Kyle Metzen, Bell River, Ontario, business. Ethan Hilbig, Kinderlee, Saskatchewan, business. Colton Smith, Windsor, Ontario, liberal arts. Brady Hens is not with us tonight. Stratford, Ontario, human kinetics. Max Donoso, Windsor, Ontario, aeronautics. Alex Cunningham, Windsor, Ontario, liberal arts. And then we have our staff I'd like to name. Of course, we have Kevin Hamlin from Windsor, our head coach. Greg Primack, Windsor, Ontario, he's our general manager. Brett Belmore, Windsor, Ontario, fellow assistant coach. Bill Valancourt, Windsor, Ontario, assistant coach. Francois Brule, Bell River, Ontario, he's our equipment manager. Andrew Corchis, Windsor, Ontario, goalie consultant. Danny Anger, Essex, Ontario, player development. Chad Sutherland from Windsor, Ontario, strength and conditioning. Joey Garland from Windsor, strength and conditioning. And a few more. Todd Lougheed, Windsor, Ontario, sports performance coach. Mason Shepard, Windsor, Ontario, sports performance coach. Marcus Segan, Lakeshore, Ontario, sports management. Ray Mullen, Kingston, Ontario, sports management. Jeff Lindsay, Windsor, Ontario, he's our statistician. Adam Elwood from Windsor, our head therapist. Scott DeFazio, Windsor, Ontario, student trainer. And Julian Zakrowski, I think, from Windsor, Ontario, also a student trainer. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks. Great job. To the graduating players. Now, it's one thing to play a season or two at this level, given all the time constraints and challenges both on and off the ice. It's another to actually graduate. We'll have more to say about these individuals on seniors night, but I would like our 2025-26 graduating players to be recognized this evening. Would you come up to the front and grab your jersey? Matt McNamara, our captain. Keegan McMullen, our assistant captain. Steph Dobridge, assistant captain. Dylan Chivas, assistant captain. And Brady Hins. And we'll have more to say about these individuals on seniors night. And I know Bean is watching tonight, and I just want him to know and his family to know that our heartfelt thoughts and prayers are with his family at this time. Brady's father passed away a couple days ago, and they're in our prayers and thoughts, and we'll see you soon. So on behalf of the University of Windsor, here are our graduating players. We're very proud of these guys, and you know, I'll tell you, when we lose these men, they're going to be some holes to fill. Thanks, fellas. Could you please take a picture of this group? Guys, you want to come over here, please? Thanks, Tim. Thanks, fellas. Just bring this over. At this time, I'd like to call upon our captain, Matt McNamara, who will introduce our guest of honor tonight. Matt?
First of all, I just want to thank everyone for being here, Stephanie, Linda, and obviously our guest speaker tonight. I just want to say hi to everyone back home watching. And today I have a great honor in welcoming our special guest tonight. Our guest was a forward with the Lancer hockey team from 89 to 94. He graduated from the Faculty of Human Kinetics in 93 and then earned his Bachelor of Education in Windsor in 1994. One of the big accolades that he won while he was playing here was the University of Windsor DeMarco Award in 1992, which is a Male Scholar Athlete Award, and it's recognized throughout the whole university as one of the biggest awards possible for an athlete to win. He was also an all-academic Canadian and has been in the education system for over 31 years with the Windsor-Essex Catholic District School Board as a teacher, vice principal, and principal. Currently the principal of the Sports Academy and Skilled Trades with the school board. He is also a very proud and happily married man for 30 years to his wife Sue and grown children Craig, Mandy, and Taylor. Everybody please give a warm welcome to our guest speaker tonight, Dwayne Burnett.
There you go. Sorry. Thanks.
All right, good evening, and thank you, Matt, for that introduction. My name is Dwayne Burnett, and I'm honored and very humbled to be up here tonight to speak with you on the Lancer Legacy Night. When Kevin first reached out to me, I was taken aback by this invitation. My first thought was he must have been really hard-pressed to find somebody to speak, and that you know you're getting old when someone asks you to speak on such a night. Kevin and I go back as we were colleagues at Cardinal Carter, F.J. Brennan, and Holy Names some 30 years ago. I'm currently principal of the within the Windsor-Essex Catholic District School Board, and I oversee the Sports and Skilled Trades Academies. I have a few connections with the current Lancer team and can tell you that I follow the team each year and get to as many games as possible. My goal tonight is to provide you with my story, to reflect on the people, experiences, and fond memories I had as a Lancer hockey player. Each and every one of you has a unique story, but each and every one of you plays an important part of what it means to be a Lancer hockey player. My story as a Lancer is not a typical one. Did not play junior hockey before joining the Lancers. I was a multi-sport athlete in high school and was fortunate to have gone to Assumption here in Windsor. and was coached by two extremely influential people in my life. The first was Jack Rosassin, who was a Lancer hockey alumni and was a young upstart teacher and coach at the time. Jack would later become an assistant coach with the Lancers during my time with the team, and Jack's knowledge on the finer points of skating and shooting would be something I learned early on and stayed with me throughout my playing and coaching career. Jack was very influential to my development when I was just learning about life. And long after my playing days were done, and up until his passing in 2022, I would get monthly check-in from Jake, just to see how things were going. I miss those calls. A relationship that was developed over many years because of the great game of hockey. And Father Colin was the second coach that I had the privilege of playing both hockey and baseball for. A larger-than-life figure, and Hammer can attest to this, his influence went far beyond the rink or baseball diamond. He was tough, efficient, demanding, and extremely knowledgeable about everything there was to do about coaching. But he was also in the business of turning out fine young men who just happened to be athletes. More on Father Colin to come later. As a young first-year player, I didn't know what it would take to be successful in the OUA. And boy, did I get my eyes open. I came in as a skinny rookie who had very limited junior experience. However, teammate and captain at the time, J.D. Urbanek, who was a draft pick of the Boston Bruins in his final year as a Lancer, took me under his wing. He taught me many things and brought me into the weight room and pushed me to become stronger. Didn't have to do this, but it was what the culture that had been established with the team. JD believed that I could be a better contributor for the team if I indeed was stronger. That first year, I did not register a goal and played very little during the playoffs. The feeling I had on the bench at Waterloo, and you guys know how cold it is in Waterloo, during those playoffs was a turning point in my career. I could have blamed my coach or just thrown in the towel, but it was because of veterans like JD that showed me the way. This leads me to my first message to you. Live your life with purpose, both on and off the ice. The effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. Veterans, be someone's JD this year. Push them to be better. And to the younger players, surround yourself with people that dream bigger than you. And based on what I witnessed last year during your playoff run, and with the new additions to this year's team, I really think this group of Lancers can do something special. And in case you're wondering, J.D. Urbanek worked his way up from being a casual hourly worker to become the executive director of the Arlington Assembly Plant with General Motors in Texas that employs over 5,400 people. Live your life with a positive mindset. Pay attention to those who bring the best out of you. Father Colin and Rick Kranker, the former Lancer hockey coach who brought the first Lancer team to youth sports championships, were people in my life that did this. To this day, I still have dreams about not disappointing Father Colin. Those early lessons he taught me about mental preparation before games, controlling the things you can control, and to always work harder than your opponent, have stayed with me and permeated across all aspects of my life. This is probably one of the traits I respect Hammer for the most as a coach. You'd be hard-pressed to find a harder working coach than him. And I know they learned some of this from his time with Father Cullen, and I see this in all of his Lancer teams. And I hope to see that with you guys this year. Cranks, on the other hand, was my coach for my entire Lancer career, and it took me some time to finally figure him out. His coaching style was very different from previous coaches I had. The less Cranks said to you, the better you were playing. A man of few words, but he always pushed me to be better. Life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. And I respect and thank Mr. Rick Kranker for what he did for me, both as a player and as a person. Lancers, you're going to experience many challenges as student athletes this year. Injuries, missed opportunities to change the outcome of a game, difficulties balancing academics with the rigor of a varsity schedule in everyday life, just to name a few. Keep a positive mindset, and don't forget to pay attention to those who bring the best out in you and go to them during these difficult times. The next message I picked up from an Instagram feed last week that really resonated with me. Do more of what makes you forget your phone. Life is more than screens and stress. It's about taking action, living in the moment, and being mindful. Get to know your teammates. Get to know your coaches. Get to know the support staff. Like, really know them. Put your phones down. The thing I miss most about my Lancer experience is the bus rides, the laughter in the change room, and our practice, and the special trips abroad that we were fortunate to be a part of because of our time with the Lancers. These bonds created can never be replaced. Seeing former teammates in the community or at alumni events like the annual tournament, I'm still disappointed that we only lost by 1 stroke this year, brings back such great memories. I know the current Lancer staff provides many opportunities for leadership and outreach for you as Lancer hockey players, and I've seen it in schools where I've been at. These experiences are invaluable and will set you up for success later in life. But remember that you're not only representing the current Lancer team, but also the countless Lancers that have gone before you. Make us proud in all that you do. Be fully engaged in the here and the now. Focus on living without distraction from past regrets or future worries. Your time at university will go by quickly. Although I didn't experience a run for a national championship or even a deep push for the Queen's Cup in my time as a Lancer, as I reflect back, I cherish the relationships that were developed, the obstacles we overcame, and the experiences that help prepare us all for real life challenges. Choices. Each one of you will have countless opportunity as student athletes to make life-altering choices in your time with the Lancers. After my disappointing first year on the hockey team, I had to make a choice. Was I going to do the difficult things that I needed to do to make myself a better hockey player? Or was I going to continue on the path of disappointment and no longer be with the team? I chose to work harder and prove others who doubted my abilities wrong. I played quietly with the chip on my shoulder and chose to stay positive and stay consistent in my actions. I increased my goal total from 6 my first 2 years to 44 in my final 3. Although a few of my teammates will tell you that it's because I was on their line and riding their coattails. Lancers, make good choices. Take advantage of the opportunities in front of you. Have the ability to get a world-class world-class education at the University of Windsor, with the chance to make countless connections from the privilege of playing hockey. As a principal, I can tell you that I look to hire prospective teachers who have participated in high-level sports for the discipline, teamwork, leadership, and communication. I know that they will have been exposed to traits associated with successful educators, things like time management, resilience, and goal orientation. The University of Windsor has provided me with many life-altering choices. As an HK graduate, I look fondly on my experiences with the wonderful professors like Dr. Jim Weiss, Dr. Wayne Marino, and Dr. Vicky Parashak. And remember, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. I'm sure many of you have heard this phrase countless of times before, and history has shown us that this phrase holds true in many aspects of life. Rarely is the path to success a linear one. Lancers, this year you will have challenges, setbacks, and failures. But remember, what truly matters is your ability to endure, to overcome these obstacles, and not to lose sight of the ultimate goal, no matter how difficult it may seem. As a high school hockey coach, I had the privilege of coaching a young guy by the name of Brett Belmore while he was a student at Holy Names. Skeet Harrison, who was a well-renowned scout in the area with the Plymouth Whalers at the time, came to see a few players, and I'm going to tell you Brett wasn't at the top of his list, from that team who would soon be eligible for the OHL draft. On the top of this list to see was Aaron Snow and Cam Sinclair, and former Lancer players John Shaka, and standout goalie Parker Van Buskirk. When I spoke to Skeets, I told him to keep his eye out for a tall, lanky kid on defense, and he was a little skinnier than he is now. I told him he isn't pretty, but he seems to come out of the corner with the puck most of the times. In his draft year, Brett was selected in the 12th round by Plymouth, kind of a flyer. Not many 12th rounders get a chance to play in the O, but Brett had a stellar career in Plymouth, and as you know, he went on to play in the NHL. Remember, it's not where you start, it's where you finish. The University of Windsor has been very special to my family and I. As you've heard, I've earned my degree in HK, and I completed Teachers College here. I met my future wife and was able to watch my daughter compete for the Lancer track and field team like her mother did, where my daughter was a two-time national champion in triple jump and received both the DeMarco and Banner Shield awards while earning her master's degree in human kinetics. And in conclusion, Lancers, remember to live life with a purpose, both on and off the ice. The effect you have on others is the most valuable currency there is. Have a positive mindset and pay attention to those that bring out the best of you. Do more of what makes you forget your phone, and take the time to really get to know your teammates, coaches, and support staff. Life is about choices. Take advantage of the opportunities in front of you. Who knows, maybe you'll find a future wife or a lifelong friend. And I got a list of guys that I would love to go through, and they kind of remind me of these two. Mark Segan, Howie Thompson, Dan Mahan, Bill Mazzoni, Randy Stevenson, Pete DeBoer, Grant Larson, Rob Cardis, Pete Dobrich. Dave Stout, who was our trainer at the time, who still stops by my house when he's driving his bike. Mark Gurman, Rob Cardis, Joey Korab, Jim O'Neill, just to name a few. And lastly, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. Do not lose sight of the ultimate goal, and no matter how difficult it might seem. All the best to each and every one of you as you begin your season. I'm excited for you. Go make us proud to call ourselves Lancers. Thank you.
Thank you, Dwayne. That was a pretty powerful message. Means a lot for a guy like yourself to come in here and speak to all of us tonight. That's had a pretty profound impact both on and off the ice in the city of Windsor and for this program, and a lot of really good lessons. And we all saw it here, especially one about having a positive mindset and everything like that. So I think all the boys here tonight, we could definitely learn something from all this and apply it to our everyday lives, whether that's in the classroom or on the ice or in the locker room. So just want to thank you again for coming on behalf of everybody here tonight, the guys, coaching staff, everybody from the university, and Beller, Frankie, Bill, and the social media girls. Thank you very much, and we really appreciate it. Got a little something for you. Don't spend it all in one place.
Thanks, John.
Thanks, John.
Didn't know this was going to be that funny. Well, I'm truly looking forward to this year. Regular season begins this weekend as we host the York Lions. Excuse me, at Capri. Puck drop is 4:00 on Sunday. Before we have a pretty big game at Michigan State, and that's on Friday. And I can't thank the people that are here enough for being here, for taking time out of their day to be here. And it's just extraordinary, this Lancer family. Everybody talks about the Lancer family, and it's at times like this that you really see that surface. And I truly appreciate what a great message, Dwayne. And for this to be legacy night, if there is a message to push the guys forward into the year, what a positive message that was, and I can't thank you enough. I also want to, and Johnny mentioned, I don't know if they like to be known as the media girls, but I would like to welcome Emma, Isabella, and Shayna to our team. We brought them on board last week. We understand that social media is huge in today's world, and we brought on board some people that can bring this to a different level. And we're really looking forward to our relationship with these professionals. And thank you for being here tonight. We truly appreciate it. Also want to thank We Digital and Dom Papa for, again, outstanding work tonight. We get, I get emails from all over North America, from parents and friends alike, saying how important this night is. And so I truly appreciate the vehicle to get out there. We are celebrating Parents Weekend this coming weekend, so how special it will be to have many of the parents into Windsor so that they can see for themselves what we brag about every day. So on behalf of the University of Windsor men's hockey team, I just want to say thanks again for everybody that took the time at home to listen in, to watch in. We appreciate it, and we'll see you at puck drop. Have a great night. Thanks, fellas. Sure they get to the internet? Yeah.